In the world of football management, it's often said you're only as good as your last match. Well, Arne Slot's recent performances have left many wondering if he'll soon be reminiscing about the good old days from the comfort of his sofa. Now, it's not all doom and gloom, unless you're Arne Slot, of course. Our first expert reminds us that throwing money at a problem doesn't always make it go away. Rather like trying to put out a fire with a bottle of wine. Expensive, but ineffective.
The problem is that, as we have seen historically with football, spending doesn't guarantee chemistry. A squad full of new names still needs time to gel. And right now it feels like Liverpool are caught between two eras. The end of Klopp's machine and the uncertain beginning of Slot's version. The style is different, the roles are changing, and there are some obvious growing pains. Now, some fans understand that transitions take time, but others, they're running out of patience. There's a clear friction between the old expectations and the new realities. Under Klopp, even when things went wrong, there was at least an identity and unity. Slot is still searching for his version of that, and it's not been easy this season. And in fact, one of the things that most fans agree on is that Liverpool are going through a coaching issue, not just bad form. This isn't just about the players having an off day, it's about coaching. And that was actually made very clear in the international break. Pretty much every single Liverpool player played amazing for their respective country. So it's clearly not a talent issue or the players being in bad form. It's about coaching, like I said. Liverpool looked like a team that doesn't understand its own system. And for the first time in his Liverpool career, Slot is starting to feel the heat for that. Now, fans are not turning on him yet. I'm talking about the real fans, not the people that pretend to be fans on Twitter. But the patience is wearing thin. I think most normal people are not Slot out. But when you see the same problems for 12 games, you expect the manager to at least fix something.
Speaking of disconnection, apparently, Liverpool's attack needs a family therapist. All that money spent, yet they seem less coordinated than a conga line at a wedding after too many drinks.
For a team that invested so much money in the attack, it's weird that they look so disconnected. They just don't seem to be even on the same wavelength sometimes. Then you have the midfield, which looks absent. And then they're pressing. Their biggest weapon from last season has just completely disappeared. It's so easy to break past that initial pressure, and then once you break that, boom, you're through on goal, running at the back four with no protection. Teams are basically raw dogging Liverpool without a condom. Then even when Liverpool were winning, fans were still saying the same thing. It felt like the first 5 games, they were just getting away with it. Every single one of their wins this season had come from last-minute goals or just moments of individual brilliance. Against Burnley, it was a late penalty. Against Newcastle, it was an injury time winner from Rio and Gamoa.
Lovely dummy, Gamoa!
Against Arsenal, it was Szoboszlai's beautiful free kick.
Szoboszlai's hit! Something very, very special from Dominic Szoboszlai.
There was a pattern. The games had no control, no flow, just pure chaos. Heck, you even saw it in the first game against Bournemouth. And as I stated earlier, the warning signs actually go further back than even this season. Fans are connecting the dots back to the end of last season, where the performances dipped as soon as the title was sealed. Ever since then, Liverpool really haven't looked the same, and Slot hasn't managed to fix it.
And then there's the defence. Once as impenetrable as a fortress, now about as sturdy as a sandcastle at high tide. It's almost as if they've forgotten that the goal is to keep the ball out, not invite it in for tea.
Liverpool's defense is one of the biggest reasons why they won the Premier League last season, but now they just look vulnerable. You string together a couple of passes, you're automatically attacking the back line.
Defences win titles, and that's why Liverpool's got no chance now of winning this title. How can you possibly win a title when your back four are in so much disarray that you can't defend against anybody?
Set pieces have become a reoccurring problem, something that once again Slot himself has called out.
The few chances we've conceded led to 2 goals. Conceded were again a set piece.
They're conceding too many crosses, which is a worrying sign for a team that once prided itself on defensive discipline. It's not like the players suddenly forgot how to defend, but the system looks shakier. It's genuinely never been easier to attack Liverpool at the heart of their team. Their midfield just gets passed too easily, and there's so many gaps to exploit once you see that back line.
The new signings. Alexander Isach, the supposed saviour, is performing as if he's still buffering. Perhaps someone should check if he's actually plugged in.
There are questions being asked about certain players, especially the new signings, like Alexander Isach. This man was supposed to be the big money striker to take Liverpool to the next level. But right now people are wondering, is this guy even on the pitch? £120 million and the man is ghosting. He hasn't found his rhythm at all. Meanwhile, his replacement at Newcastle has already hit the ground running. Think about that. Voltemada came into a new league and country and immediately started scoring goals. Meanwhile, Isach, who has dominated this league before, is struggling. Maybe it's a system problem. Isak's not getting the ball in the right area.
History has a funny way of repeating itself, doesn't it? The spectre of Brendan Rodgers looms large as we recall the last time Liverpool fans felt this level of existential dread.
From the outside looking in, this feels like a critical moment. The last time Liverpool lost 4 in a row was during the Brendan Rodgers final months, which was right before a managerial change that reshaped the club. Now, I hope it goes without saying, I am not saying that Slot is anywhere near that point. When you win the Premier League in your first season, you have enough credit in the bank to see out a bad season.
But fear not, for there is a glimmer of hope. Our optimistic pundit believes that Liverpool will rise like a phoenix, or at least like a slightly more competent chicken.
So, as I said, listen, I do think Liverpool will bounce back. I did their game in midweek against Eintracht Frankfurt, and when they went a goal down, I was like, uh-oh. But they turned it on and they did produce, but they have got some hard football matches coming.
City.
That's what I'm saying. Look at, but you know what? They're probably good games for them. And you probably look at me and say, because there's going to be pressure on them. Villa are in good form after just beating Man City. Man City need to bounce back as well. So there's a lot of good games to come up. And and they love playing against the big teams, Liverpool. So I think, yeah, this will show their mettle, but they do need to start bouncing back. And it's down to Arne Slot to get the best out of them.
The real question is whether Arne Slot can handle the heat. Will he rise above the pressure or crumble like a biscuit in hot tea? The stakes are high and the drama is real.
But this is a test of how he handles adversity. Does he find a way to turn it around, or does the pressure eat him up? The danger is obvious. If this slump drags on, it can spiral. Confidence drops, players start doubting themselves, fans lose faith, and suddenly the noise grows even louder. That kind of atmosphere is very hard to fix once it sets in. But there's also a big opportunity here. One good win, especially in a big match, could change everything. Momentum is very fragile, it can swing in both ways. And with the amount of talent that Liverpool have, it's not far-fetched to think that they could turn it around quickly if they can just click again. The scale of their slump is historic. They hadn't lost 4 games in a row in nearly a decade. It's simply something that doesn't happen at a club of this level. This isn't Manchester United, but there is still plenty of time left to turn things around. Liverpool still have elite talent across the pitch. They just all need to figure out what the hell they're supposed to be doing.
So, as the curtain falls on this episode of managerial melodrama, we are left with more questions than answers. Will Arne Slot be the hero Liverpool needs, or just another casualty of the beautiful game's ruthless nature? If you've enjoyed this roller coaster of footballing emotions, why not hit that subscribe button and join us for more tales of triumph, tragedy, and the occasional tactical blunder? Don't miss out, unless you prefer your football without the drama.